have a break from crafting or housework and come and look at some old lace with me. Found out a few pieces that I've got in store, and I thought I'd share them with you. The first piece is a beautiful vintage hanky, and the lace on that is just beautiful. I've tried to find a selection of different types of lace out for you. I can't make my mind up whether it's handmade or machine. I'd have to get the magnifying glass out to look at that. Either way, it's perfect. If it's handmade, it's even more so. How you can do that on a machine, I'll just never know. But I will look at that again a bit closer. Now this little piece, there are two, and they're just little crochet diamonds really, and I would have used these in the 1900s, 1910, something like that. That sort of era. And what the ladies did would hang these over a mirror in the bedroom, and when they were doing the hair and brushing the hair out, well, the lady's maid would be brushing the hair out. They'd take the hair out of the brush and pop it into these little pockets that were hanging on a mirror or somewhere on the dressing table. Not a cute idea, if you lived then, that is. So I had to buy those because they were quirky little items. This strip of lace, I just wanted, this is machine made, I'm sure it is. I just wondered what I could make with it and what it was originally. I keep looking at it. It's a strip and it's about under a yard long. And it's got these little loops at the top. So was it a curtain and it had got curtain attached to it at the bottom? And I think they used to thread ribbon or something through the top section and dress a window that way. I dare say I could do the same again. But suggestions, if you can come up with something I could do with that, with the loops all along the one edge. This is a beautiful piece of handmade lace. All this eyelet work, beautiful embroidery, little inserts there, done in drawn thread work, and this is bobbin lace all around the edge. Again, I look closely at this and it is hand finished off at the back. I can't see any machine stitching. So to think that somebody's made that with their own two hands and a wonderful, wonderful eyesight. This is just staggering, isn't it? Beautiful cloth, and it's about 15 inches square, I would say. This piece I wanted to show you, not because I like it particularly. It's what we call here a night dress case. They used to make lots of these put your nightie inside and a flap on. But why I'm showing you this lace, I think it's hairpin lace. It's lace made over a pin, a large pin. But it's quite effective, and it must have taken quite a while to do. Never tried it. I've looked at books with instructions in, but like everything else, another project to have a go at when I've got time. That was just something a little bit different. I thought I'd show you that. Again, I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 or 5 of these. And they're napkins, but again handmade. And that's needle lace. And needle lace is very, very time consuming because I've done a little bit of it. It's lovely to do. If that's all you've got to do all day, you might do a couple of inches of it, and that's about as much as you would be able to do. But always look closely at anything that you buy, and just look for the hand stitching, because you could quite easily think that was machine made and sort of write it off. But 5 lovely pieces there. I'm showing you this doily because it's so fine. The crochet work in that is so fine. It's done on the finest linen thread. Very, very dainty. And when you think we cut these up and put them into books, and yet the time that was spent making that. Lovely. This one I liked because of the centre. This is all drawn thread work, needle lace, embroidery and blanket stitch around the edges. That's a corner piece. But the centre piece is beautiful. The spider work in the centre is just wonderful. Again done with the finest thread. There must have been some marvellous needlewomen in those days. Having said that, we've got some now. When I go to exhibitions and I see what we can turn out, it isn't just the Victorians and Edwardians that made beautiful items. But they turned it out. It was prolific then, wasn't it? This is a bobbin lace. It's a top. It's a little blouse. It's difficult to say when it was made. And I'm looking at this. I keep looking at it because it has to be handmade. I don't know how you would do that on a machine. Absolutely staggering, that, the work involved. But I think that's just beautiful. Now this, I bought this because it looks very old. Well, it's certainly vintage. I think it's too perfectly neat. It's too perfect to be hand done. But how would a machine turn that out? The more I look at it, the more I think it's handmade, but very difficult, that one. And I bought it because there's quite a bit on there. It wasn't cheap, but it really is a lovely piece of work. This is all hand crocheted. It's a cloth and it's about 2 feet square. And why I'm showing you this one is the fineness of it. The work that's gone into that it's just staggering. There is some damage on this one, unfortunately, on one corner. And because it's so fine, really is fine, I couldn't repair this one because I'm not that clever. It's only a fraction there, but I might try and, what I can do is stitch it, try and do an invisible stitch over it, but it's just wonderful. I don't think I could work with a hook this fine either. Certainly not, I don't think I've seen a hook fine enough to do that. And again, that is definitely handmade. And just one more piece for today, ladies. Now then, this isn't handmade, but it's very old, and I just loved the design on it. So I was lucky to come across those. But the lady knew exactly what she'd got. And had to pay quite a bit for it, but I don't mind when it's something as beautiful as that. And these things I wouldn't cut up at all. So that's just a few of the items that I've got to show you today, ladies. I hope it's been a change from the usual. And I'll find something else out for you to look at, and I'll speak to you again in another video. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye for now, ladies.